Hey everyone, got a video for you today. This one is about a band I grew up loving. I mean, loving. One of my favorite bands of all time. So, of course, we're going to talk about it today. Let's just get right into it, bring this thing up, and take a look. 80s heavy metal band announces 2026 North American tour with special guests. Yes, W.A.S.P. It is about W.A.S.P., one of my childhood heroes, Blackie Lawless, still out there kicking it and screaming his lungs out as always. Let's read this thing. W.A.S.P. is officially heading back on the road, and this time they're revisiting the era that defined them. The band has announced the 1984 to Headless 2026 North American Tour, a run that will spotlight material from its 1984 self-titled debut, one of the greatest albums of all time, too, folks. If you haven't heard it, check it out. Just called W.A.S.P. Give it a listen. It's here on YouTube. Anyway, self-titled album debut through 1989's The Headless Children, another phenomenal album. Listen to them back to back, and you'll see quite the evolution of the band. Both albums phenomenal. So the Trek will feature special guests KK's Priest, yes, that KK Downing from Judas Priest fame, and is set to hit cities across the U.S. and Canada next year. Frontman Blackie Lawless made it clear this isn't just another tour. It's a deliberate look back at a pivotal chapter in the band's history. It's hard to express the genuine excitement I'm feeling in describing the 1984 to Headless U.S. tour. Playing those songs from those first four albums in a combined package, so it's the first, holy crap, the first four albums. What a concert this is going to be. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not heard the first four W.A.S.P. albums, truly some of the best 80s metal ever. So this is going to also include not only the first self-titled album, but The Last Command, the second album, Inside the Electric Circus, the third album, and The Headless Children. Now, I love all four, and I'll be honest, back when Inside the Electric Circus came out and they lost longtime guitar player Randy Piper, and Blackie switched to guitar from bass, switched over to guitar, and they brought in Johnny Rod. I wasn't crazy about the album. I'll be honest. I did believe it was 1986. Wasn't crazy about the album, but something about that album over the years has really grown on me. It is right up there. I really love the album. So yes, this is going to be a fantastic concert. I'm sorry, I got way off track here. Let me just start at the beginning of this one. It's hard to express the genuine excitement I'm feeling, like me, in describing the 1984 to Headless U.S. tour. Playing those songs from those first four albums in a combined package like this is something we've never attempted before. Oh, good. This is gonna be spectacular. Lawless also shares some insight into what fans can expect from the live shows, including production choices that will make it a tour to remember. Holy smokes, folks. In addition to the songs, the entire stage show will look like the album covers from those records will come alive right before your eyes. Wait, two rights. What? Let me read that again. In addition to the songs, the entire stage show will look like the album covers, and those records will come alive. Okay, two rights. Right before your eyes. Complete with all the history and bombastic live presentations that made this band one of the great live bands in the theatrical rock world. When elements of those album covers start to come alive right on the stage before the people, it's going to be something they'll not soon forget, I bet. The title of the run references the stretch between W.A.S.P.'s explosive debut, which introduced the world to songs like I Want to Be Somebody, and The Headless Children, the darker, more politically charged album that marked a creative shift for the band. The evolution helped cement W.A.S.P.'s reputation as one of the most theatrical and controversial acts of the 1980s metal scene, before transitioning into a more ambitious and socially conscious direction by the decade's end. With KK's Priest featuring former Judas Priest guitarist KK Downing joining the lineup, the 2026 Trek promises a heavy dose of classic metal firepower. I see what they did there. For fans, if you know, you know. For fans who grew up with the band's early records, this tour isn't just nostalgia. As Lawless suggests, it's a return to the foundation of what made W.A.S.P. one of heavy metal's most distinctive voices. To make this era even more exciting, the band will be offering VIP tickets, of course, everybody does, giving fans the opportunity to meet Blackie Lawless, get a personal photo and autographs, and participate in a Q&A. VIP tickets are available for purchase at right here. Here's your link, folks. I will post a link to this article in the description so you can click on that here link. Standard non-VIP tickets are available for purchase via waspnation.com. Check out the full list of W.A.S.P 1984 to Headless 2026 North American tour dates below. So let's scan through this real quick so you all can have a look and see when they're coming to a town near you. Oh boy. October. I may have to gear up for October, but let's keep on moving. There you go, folks. There are the tour dates. Now, let me just say, Blackie Lawless, okay? One of the greatest frontmen of all time, one of the greatest voices of all time. No one out there has ever, nor probably ever will, sound like the great Steve Duran, aka Blackie Lawless. So let me just say, one of the reasons they were one of the most controversial bands of all time. So back when the PMRC thing happened, back in the 80s, right? Good old Tipper Gore trying to censor, the party of artistic freedom, trying to censor everybody back in the day and putting, you remember the black and white stickers, parental advisory, it was kind of like a badge of honor. We knew, us kids knew what albums to grab as soon as we saw that sticker. Oh, this is a cool one. They're in trouble with the sticker, so we're going to get it. So yeah, Blackie Lawless was one of them there bands where just about every album of W.A.S.P got plastered with that their notorious sticker. And I can remember as a little kid sitting there and my mom watching the news as they were on Capitol Hill or, debating over censoring heavy metal and music in general. And I remember one of the first albums they held up to show how disgusting heavy metal is W.A.S.P, Animal, F Like a Beast, right? The album cover with Blackie Lawless's codpiece with a saw blade stuck in it. And I can remember my mom seeing that and looking over at me and saying to me, I bet you have that album. And I looked at her right in the eyes and I said, of course I do, Mom. What kind of W.A.S.P fan would I be if I didn't? So anyway, this is some good news, and it's so great to still see Blackie out there kicking it. And unlike most bands that stay long past their prime, people lose their voices and they're still out there stealing the fans' money, in my opinion. Blackie is not one of those folks. He still has his voice. He still looks pretty good for his age too. Considering his age, he's up there, 70s, right? But man, he can still deliver. So if you haven't seen him in a while, check out some live stuff here on YouTube. It might get you excited to go check it out. But anyway, folks, there you go. There's the article. Are you a fan of W.A.S.P? Let me know in the chat below. What was your favorite W.A.S.P album? Let me know. So after you do that, don't forget to do all that cool YouTube stuff. Like, share, subscribe. And like I said, leave a comment. It helps with the YouTube algorithm and helps push the channel forward. And after you do that, and most importantly, don't forget to take care of yourself, take care of each other. And why take it easy when you can take it like Blackie? Sleazy.
Exit light, pursue night, grasp your prey, hold on tight. Dreamless peace is what you get. Say your prayers. Here's Boba Fett.